Hello, it's Ivan with Vine Skills, and I want to record this short video on how to create and configure your message snippets in Lead Docket. This is a very powerful feature that is often underused, and many clients don't really know that they have this tool. So message snippets, I'll show you what this does first, and then we're going to cover how to use it, how to configure a new one. So when you're working on any lead, and there's often those text messages or email that you send to every lead all the time, right? You want to request maybe pictures or something like that. Now, if you go into that lead, into that messages tab, and you can send them a text or an email through here. Now, instead of typing that email here every time, I can just use this message snippets. And what it does, I configured those two already. So if I click on them, it's going to pull a presetted message that I configured that can actually use the client's name and the intake name and, you know, pre-fill that message for you, and then I just hit send and that goes out. That's what message snippets is. So to configure it, you want to go to manage and scroll here to message templates. So once you go into message templates, these are where your message templates are housed, and at the top right here you will see message snippets. When you click in there, you'll see there is a top one that says text messages, and the bottom ones are email messages. Now, I've configured these ones before in our system, but let's go ahead and create a new one. So I want to click add new. I'm going to type this one to say, please call us now, right? It's often a message that you need. So it's a text message, or it can be an email as well. And then I'm gonna use here how to create this message. Now, if you want to use those codes to replace with the client name, let's say I'm gonna say hello, and I want to use the client's first name. There is a field here that says field to insert. If I select here, I can pick a field to insert. So for example here, client, I can look for client first name. I'm going to use client first name, and then I say click insert into message template, and it adds this code here that is going to be later replaced with the client's first name, whatever that client on that lead. And I'm going to say, please call us immediately. And then I'm going to sign this message with, you know, my intake name, right? So I can also do the same thing in here. Let's look for intake last name, intake first name, or full name. I want to use my full name, so I'm going to insert that in here. You can use any of these fields, by the way. So if you want to give your phone number, you can say intake phone number. You can send your email. You can add addresses. All of these fields are available for you to use as a replacement field, is what those are called. So I configured them in here. Then I just have to select those two things, and actually most of the time this is for all case types, but if this has, for example, you know, I'm requesting your auto insurance, then I can configure it to only show on certain case types, but it's really up to you depending on what the message says. And you can also configure it based on certain lead statuses. So for example, I want to send this or only have this available to be sent, because keep in mind, these are not automatically sent, right? These are just templates that are going to be available for you to send manually. So I can select a statuses if I want, or I can just leave it in all statuses. And then the link English is there. So I can just save this. That's going to show up now here. Please call us now. And then again, if I go into any of these leads, I can go into those messages, and now I should have that message snippets, please call us now, available. If I click on it, see how it actually replaced that code, and it added my name, and it added the client's name, and then I can just hit send, and that goes out. So I hope that helps. That's how to set up and use message snippets.